For this video, it is time for me to address the things that I believe needs to happen or rectify in a patch or in the next update. I've been holding on for this idea for a video for a while, just to give myself some time to think, and with the third update of SnapMap or free update 4, I can finally address the things that I believe should have happened in the third update we recently gotten. So let's get into it. I want to talk about the matchmaking experience for SnapMap. I can't believe it's still broken after this update. For example, I'm sick and tired of joining games where you look for a match and you see the game is available when you're looking for matches in the searching option, but it's still broken just because I'm still getting messages where the game session has ended or it already started. What is up with this? Why has this not been fixed? I also am starting to come up with a theory of why people are getting into games where they're stuck in a lobby and the host won't start the game. I've had moments hosting a lobby and then I look at my recent player list. Somebody actually joined the lobby but I didn't see them. So that's something I feel like has to be looked upon. Maybe there's something wrong with the SnapMap matchmaking server or something. I've had some really fun times playing my maps with randoms, and I understand people will argue it's better to play with friends because you'll never know what kind of player you play with in public matches, but then again, my friends might be busy and I don't got a co-op partner to play with. It just sucks that the matchmaking could be so much better. Like, I really feel like it should be workable at this time. I'm really glad that they fixed the player blocking volume glitch back before free update 4, but this is another thing I really feel like that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. They also need to fix the online glitches of SnapMap, like if you're off host, you can see enemies that aren't even spawned yet, or in city survival, if you pick up a rocket launcher, you're supposed to spawn only 2 megabyte, but for whatever reason, if you're playing off host, you spawn 4 of them. Is this like an intentional design? I personally like to believe it's not. I also believe they need to check some of the logics, because I actually added a little event in my city survival map called the nighttime sequence. Basically, if you survive for 20 minutes, the enemies become much more dangerous, and this is where you have a very high chance of dying, and it's up to you to really kill and stay alive as long as possible. I added this idea because I was getting bored of the map if you managed to keep on killing enemies for like 25 plus minutes, and that's where I knew I had to do something to keep city survival interesting if players can manage to survive a very long time, and that's how the nighttime sequence was born. But there were so many problems while I was trying to implement this idea. I tried using AI proxy and it was completely broken. None of the effects seemed to work at all, and then I tried the player proxy and it worked until I realized in co-op the host didn't manage to have reduced health or armor like the off-host player did. This took me a long time to figure out how to rectify this issue, and it's so frustrating that SnapMap does got some broken logics and people can end up having a huge headache if they manage to hit a roadblock that they didn't expect. I'm sure there's more to discover. Like, I know if you try to implement secrets with the map logic, you don't want to share the same secret found circle, if you get what I mean, because if you do, it won't register the secrets properly, so you gotta make another circle to make the secrets work properly. I discovered this glitch back in my Hell's Gymnasium remake I did way back, but I'm not sure if it's still there though. They really need to take a good look at these glitches, because I eventually learned if you put too many decals on the map, it won't work for co-op. Or now, I have this weird glitch where I can't even play people's maps that properly, or publish my old maps. I can mostly just play my own maps. These glitches are frustrating and annoying, especially if people aren't aware of them, and they need to be rectified immediately. I'd rather have the next update be delayed if people are gonna invest more time into getting rid of these obscure or game-breaking bugs. It completely sucks when you learn something that can definitely screw over your hard work and you definitely become demoralized in SnapMap. I also want to mention, what is up with the frame rate dropping when you get the first kill or second kill? Why am I experiencing more crashes lately? Why SnapMap is getting less stable with more updates? Can we get more people to fix the technical aspect of SnapMap? I feel like they gotta figure these things out before the next update, because I'm sure things are gonna get worse once it happens, and like I said, I'd rather have people fix the annoying bugs and delay the updates. I personally believe this update should have allowed us to place demons on top of objects or blocking boxes. I also want the AI to work properly when they're on them, because if you use the teleport destination, it does allow them to get on top of objects, but it does make their AI not as smart when they're on ground. I want this to happen because it saves more resources because you don't have to rely on the teleport destination. Not only that, is there a way to make the AI smarter for custom maps versus the presets? For example, the Pinky can really jump high if you're playing the presets, but for custom geometry based maps it cannot do that. Is there a way for them to maintain 100% of their AI abilities in custom maps, just like the preset based maps? After making Suburbs 2016, I think we need to have more options with the grid module, like being able to customize floor height, and not only that, bigger sizes. It was quite painful for me to figure out how I was going to remake this map because it is a big map and the grid module was simply not big enough. I do feel like it is possible to have a bigger space. The campaign had some really big areas, and I know it was not built with SnapMap, but if it managed to play well, why can't SnapMap allow us to customize the grid module size? If it and Escalation addresses these issues, this will definitely open for more possibilities for the bigger Doom 2 maps that I want to remake. Then there's the stuff that I'm sure most people want me to put, like more textures, objects, skyboxes, campaign stats being transferable, and I'm fairly confident all of that stuff will be included. But the stuff I was more worried about seems to be the stuff that no one is really mentioning. Since I got all that out of the way, I am on that bandwagon too, obviously. It is disappointing that people making campaign driven snap maps can't really record the stats from the last mission, and I don't know if it is possible, but can we just get into the next map without waiting in the lobby? I also feel like the classic textures should have animation like the nuke texture, or the torches don't have any animation at all, which just makes it awkward. I hope to see more of the weapons come or the mastered variants. I would love to see the Siege Gauss Cannon being usable in SnapMap and the rocket launcher with the triple rocket mod. I believe that's pretty much all I gotta say. I feel like there needs to be more care of the obvious glitchy problems with matchmaking, and then they gotta really fix all of these stupid bugs because it's just frustrating when you bump into them. If you got any more suggestions, leave them down in the comments, and I'll probably comment on them if I feel like I can deliver a decent response. Thanks for watching, people.